They say they want that raw, but we about to give them all this real shit. Yo, turn your notifications on and subscribe to.
So we back on another episode of Real Raw Radio Podcast. Of course, you know I'm Jay Perez, and I got a repeated guest. This is the second time that I'm actually in his presence on my show in a different location. We got, you know, the motivational speaker, Smart. Welcome back. Thank you.
Very happy to be back.
I'm happy you're happy to be back.
Thank you.
You've been really busy.
Yeah, for sure.
Very
For
busy.
sure. And I love the fact that, you know, you still doing it, you staying committed,
Thank you. I'm definitely committed.
you know, because it's not, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy to make, you know, it's not easy to make content. It's not easy to be consistent with making content, right? Because everybody wants to just be in front of a camera,
Mm-hmm.
don't have any type of creativity or skill set. So I definitely take my hats off to you for, for doing this and building this, right? And I think it's very important for us to, because I mentioned before we started rolling, did I do your episode before I started my tour or after? And you said it was before,
Mm-hmm.
and it just was, man, it was so hard to do it independently. But by the time we got to the middle of it, it was crazy, and we finished in Atlanta. And we doing our No Labels tour again in August. We start, and we're gonna be our first location. Our first stop is gonna be Atlanta, and to see all the people come out, it blew my mind, and it was just like, wow, okay, this shit really, you know, you work hard, it's gonna pay off.
Absolutely.
And the reason why I was telling you bring your goddaughter in, because I feel like a lot of young people need to have like infrastructure with the technology, right? Like they have to be taught, like, okay, well, you have all this time and space that you're indulging in technology, but you're not getting a financial benefit from it. You know, you see young people, every time you see them, you can't pull their head out of their phone.
Right.
But if they switched that energy and started creating instead of just indulging, then they'd be laughing to the fucking bank. So
That's a fact.
Right? So it's like you got kids, you can't pull them off Roblox, but they're not writing code. They're not building the technology that they overuse.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, on my tour, that was one of the things that we was like really adamant about driving home, especially the young people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're born with phones now. We weren't, right? Like we had to get creative. The downside is the phone is a form of escapism. The phone works as a crutch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they can suffer from detachment,
Yes.
right? Like,
Because I do too. Like if I don't have my phone, I feel like, oh my God, my whole day is like shot.
so you got to kind of practice. You got to kind of practice being away from the phone, right? You got to kind of practice. You know, meditation is important, and a lot of younger generation is too fast.
Mm-hmm.
They moving too fast, but they really not moving nowhere.
Right.
Like you got wisdom, you got experience, so you can look at it and be like, well, okay, you you running in circles,
Right.
and then when you get 25, you wish you wouldn't have did these things at 18. Then when you get 35, you wish you would have did this shit at 25,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you get 45, it's over. Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like nobody tells us and nobody teaches us. And I think what's so exciting about what my company, my brand has been doing is we've been reaching the younger people, we've been reaching the mid-level people, we've been reaching the older people, just informing them like, yo, look, man, it's the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they say youth is wasting on the young. I would kill, like when you said, actually, I was 18. Damn, I would kill to be fucking 18. Right? Like, think about it. Like, when you right, like, you be like, yo, 18, you be like, yo.
If I could go back, yeah.
Right? You be like, you
fun.
like, god damn, right? But we wasted so much time.
We did.
Like, let's keep it real. We wasted so much time.
We did.
We invested in people that we thought were friends that weren't.
Right.
Right? They were really enemies.
Relationships that
right?
we should have never have been in.
You people that you gave your heart that you shouldn't have. People you gave your time as you. So I think it's important for us now to be the wet floor signs. This is why the content is so powerful. This is why, and again, this is why what you're doing is so powerful. Like even just staying consistent, having her here, you doing that, because now they can hear it. And when you got certain guests that come on, have her around so she can get a sprinkle of that energy, right? Because young girls now, it's all sexy red and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Right, and it's unfortunate that they over sexualize, or we allow our younger females to be overly sexualized. Bad enough when she's already gonna be dealing with hormones and being fast anyway. But we don't need every time you turn on the video or scroll or go on TikTok,
everything you see is
ass, coochie print, coochie shorts, all this dumb shit. When it's like, yo, you 18, you should be thinking about going to college, starting a company, building good credit. Not smoking weed, getting high, liking pictures, taking dick, eating coochie, catching STDs because you ain't doing nothing with protection. Right? And nobody's talking about this. And then there's no sex health, right? There's no sex ed. Right? Like, remember when you was young, they had sex ed. These girls nowadays is twisted. They hygiene, they pH balance is off.
But that's also a lot to do with the guys, too. These young men.
Both.
You
I
know?
mean, I mean, the guy,
it goes hand in hand because what makes a girl's pH off is dirty penis, right? Let's go.
No, not just dirty.
I mean, no, it's a lot of it is dirty dick.
Not just dirty penis. You should know.
But
pH balance
no, right. I was gonna go a little further,
okay,
but it's also like wearing tight
Thank
clothes.
you. Going to bed with a thong on. You going to bed with your fire. You going to sleep with your fire high on, right?
Or having sex and not washing.
You having unprotected sex. You having a guy coming you, right? And you think because you got a plan B or you got birth control that you're protected. You're not. Right, and then it's the food you eat and stuff like that.
All of that plays a big role.
The fucking vaginal wash that you use, right?
Yeah, because you can't.
You don't know how to. You just don't know how to wash your vagina, and you haven't been taught how to properly wash your vagina.
Right.
And that's just the thing, because now the mothers are getting younger, and then instead of you wanting to be a mom, you want to be the homegirl. Right. Instead of you telling them what to do, you allowing them to do what they want to do, when what they want to do is not what they need to do. And by the time they get older and they realize that they just fucked their whole life up, right? Now they can't change it back. At 18, you should be thinking about saving money, building good credit, what's your future going to be like, and sacrificing. Fuck the summer, fuck trying to turn up, fuck Casamigos and all that shit you into.
Casamigos is nasty anyway.
Yeah, whatever they into. I'm out of touch. I don't drink.
No, they drink Casamigos.
Well,
I drank it. Don Julio.
Yeah. Fuck all that Don Julio goofy shit, right?
I like it.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm a grown fucking woman.
But listen, right? No, but what I'm saying is like, but that's the thing with you, because the kids don't understand. This is why when you young, you want to be old. But when you old, you want to be young. Because now that you older, you like, yo, listen, when I was young, well, I'm still young, but when I was younger, like still drinking, like, 16, 15 and all that, man, I would drink Devil Spring.
Oh, God, remember that too? That's like Casamigos on
steroids. I mean? Like, yo, I'm saying, the 99 bananas, you know what I mean?
Oh, I used to drink 40s back in the day.
Yo, you on some West Coast shit, huh?
Nah, we used to like go down in the basement, like where I live now.
Yeah.
I used to sit in the dryer, because like the dryers used to be real big. And we used to sit, like me and my friends, St. Ives, Old English, because we weren't allowed to. 40,
you trying to fight niggas, man. I drunk 40 one time, swung on my friend, man. I said never again, man.
What?
That shit's dangerous, man. You drinking 40, that shit violent, man. That's that West Coast shit. That's why a lot of motherfuckers ain't here no more. Drinking them 40 ounce bounce and all that. You know what I mean? I don't know about that.
Yeah, that was.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm saying all to say this. It's important for us to tell them, and tell them in a real way, so at least they have the information. Now the older generation is so out of touch, right? Like they so want to be cool. I don't want to fit in with you. I don't like TikTok. I'll be honest. I don't like TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I don't fuck about scrolling and shit. I ain't doing that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You gotta be young, cool, but don't be young and stupid. And I think it's important, right? And I'm just saying because the females is like it's an attack, right? Even for the younger males, right? It's like, yo, bro, like what you doing? Your confidence, you know how many kids suffer from image issues and low self-esteem and stuff like that?
A lot. Do you think that's why there's a lot more gang culture going on right now?
1,000,000%. Because I mean, come on, we have abandonment issues. So again, we don't have no family, so we got to create our family, and we feel connected to something. And then you got displaced energy. You don't have. This is why one of the things we're doing, we getting ready to build a recreational center in Harlem. So we're doing a fundraiser. We're doing a fundraiser for that. Very adamant about that. And we want to create a state of the art.
Where in Harlem?
Well, we're looking. So we got a spot we're looking at on 135th and Lenox. Then we're looking at on the east side, it's a lot of little factories and abandoned warehouses and buildings. So I'm looking at different spaces. Haven't finalized a location. I'm trying to find a big enough space. I got my inspiration from looking at a church on the east side, and I was like, damn. I'm like, yo, this y'all? And they was like, yeah. Like, damn, it was like a school in the front. They took up a whole block.
Really? What? Oh, where in the east side? Like Harlem or like?
Yeah, Bethel, whatever that shit is.
I used to live in the east side.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to
it's a big church. There's only one big church, and they take up a whole fucking block. It's on 100. It's on 100, like right by Marcus Garvey Park. It's on 100, like 119th and 5th. You know what I'm saying? So that whole it takes up a whole block. And I'm like, damn. I'm looking in for spaces, and then it has to be state of the art, right? You got to talk about drug addiction. Got to have hygiene. Got to have sex classes. You got to have anti-violence and drug addiction and stuff like that. Gaming and all types of entrepreneurship. Like just a place where young people can be like properly prepared for the future. You know what I mean? And I'm just so excited. I'm
excited too. I want to know when that fundraiser is.
Yeah. We can do a $1 million donation.
Okay.
Right? Because, you know, back in the day, they had the $1 Million marches.
Right.
You fucking stepping for what? You marching for nothing. You get 1 million motherfuckers to give you $1. That's $1 million.
Word.
We can purchase the building that same day. So I have a very aggressive approach to doing this. This is not something that's going to take 20 years. This is some shit that could probably take 20 months, right? With the proper, when I say 20 months, I'm saying 20 months for us to build communities. Look at Jewish communities, you know, they build them shits.
Yeah, they have like their own world.
And again, I think we have to do that so we give the kids the opportunity to be kids. These look, man, these young girls, these young boys, they getting robbed of childhoods. They're not even enjoying their best years. Too grown, you too grown. And then when you get older, you're gonna miss being a little girl. It's okay to be a little girl. I'm just kidding right here, right? It's okay to be a little girl. It's okay. Like that. I mean, you know you're a woman, right? It's okay to be a little girl. Remember,
it's okay to be a little boy, too.
Yes, right? That's what, come on now. You supposed to come out. You know what I mean? You see, look.
Yep.
Right? You got to have, right?
I'm a boy mom, so
the mother got to talk to the boys. The father got to talk to the girls. That's why I'm going to keep stressing girls and you stressing the boys, right? Come on, that's how I go. You have it's a coalition of both energies. A woman can't raise a man.
No.
She can't. She can only maintain him. To raise a child, you need the father too.
Absolutely.
Right? It's a coalition of masculine and feminine energy.
Absolutely.
Right? So a lot of people think, yeah, I'm a single mom. Yo, you know, you're a single idiot. You're not raising a child, you're just maintaining it.
Right. And I've always said that too. I can never raise my son to be a man. But I could just teach him, you know, the proper steps on how to.
You got to put him around men.
You know.
Got to put him around men.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie. This past, 2 years, his father and I and his father's girlfriend and his father's son, we are like a real close blended family. His son,
that's important,
always in my house. He's my little chocolate brownie nugget. I love that little boy to death. But I also love seeing the two brothers in the house.
And you got to teach it. And you got to teach the brothers. Like, you got to start that shit like
from little.
Yo, y'all, listen. It's your world against y'all, right? Like, it's
And my son is 17. He'll be 18 in October. So it's like I told him, you're going to be that big brother that he's going to need.
That's important, yeah.
So I love seeing them in the house.
Yeah, that's important. And then having them build things, right? Like, you tell them, like, look, y'all got to stick together. We got to build. You know, you got to start thinking of things to build for the family. Like, you in media. You doing, okay, cool. Like, what's your interest? What you passionate about? Like I said, you bring her here. Okay, cool. What are you passionate about? Right? You can't, idle mind is dangerous. Right? You can't let the young kids, and you got to be intrusive with them. You can't just, that's why I love when you was like, no, sit right there. Right? Because she's going to hear something that she needs to hear that under different circumstances she might not have been able to have access to, right? It's important for us to be like, that's what it's about. You know? It pains me and hurts my heart when I see, like, older people step aside for young people where they just don't say you could just say one thing. I get it. They hard-headed, but we were hard-headed.
Yeah, I was a very disrespectful child.
Right?
So, that's, I regret a lot of things that I've done in my past and how I treated people and stuff like that. But you grow and you learn, and what you've done wrong, you teach your children not to do the same mistake.
100%.
My son is very respectful. Thank God for that, because there's a lot of kids his age right now that just want to be in the street, robbing people and gang banging,
doing dumb shit.
Yeah, and like my son actually has a job. He's about to graduate high school.
It's
And he's
fire.
going to college in the fall.
It's fire.
So,
And I think I think it's so. I think it's so important for older people to be older people, like to be wisdom. You have to tell them, look, girl, you bugging. You too, slow down. Look, boy, you tripping. Because you got to have that. I'm keeping it real, right?
Nah,
Because
definitely.
you got to have, like, that's why, like, because there's some things that I can say to a young girl that you can't. Certain things that you can say to a young boy that I can't. He might be ready to, a younger girl might, oh, he fly. Okay, what are you talking about? If I say that same shit to a young boy, he might
want to fight you, right?
Yeah.
Right, I get that.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why you got to have that kind of like that balance, right? And then it's like, damn, oh, I get what he's talking about. Yeah, you got to put yourself first. You got to know that you got to know what being submissive means. Submissive means being in agreement, right? You got to understand a woman's role, wisdom and balance. Stop thinking you don't need a man. You need a man, but the man needs you. Y'all work together.
Right.
So you're not creating a generation of women who isolate themselves. The greatest soldier in the white man's army is the black woman. So look at the young black women. Look at a young black girl's mind, or what they mass market. Right. She gonna twerk. She gonna dress a certain way. She gonna smoke weed, suck my dick. She's most disrespect. That's not a woman that's gonna get married. No. That's not a woman who's gonna have a strong family structure. No. That's not a woman who's gonna be protected and provided for.
Right.
You see. So now if we teach her how to be more feminine, but there's strength in femininity.
Absolutely.
Right? We teach her that energy, that approach is going to bring a man into your life. And yes, when you understand what a man is, you want that.
Right. Because those men that are real men, they're going to appreciate that. I think a lot of guys right now, like the younger guys, they like the twerking, the pussy print, but I don't think that they really would ever really want a wife.
They not. Listen, what that is that's just a form of escapism. So you got, when you 18, 17, 16, 19, 20, your hormones are raging. For a young male, young boy, he running from reality. So the pussy is just escapism. He don't give a, he just want to fuck because he just want to be spaced out. He don't want to deal with reality. He want to smoke. He want to hide in the blunt. He want to hide in the pussy. He want to hide behind the gun. So he use violence as a form of escapism. Use sex as a form of escapism. Use drugs as a form of escapism. Right? So he has to love himself first. Because if he doesn't love himself, he's going to do things to keep him away from himself. If the woman doesn't love herself, she's going to do things to seek love, and she's never going to be fulfilled. And then she's going to be spiteful about it because you blindly tried to acquire something that you didn't have to acquire. It was already there. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, when I was a kid, I learned that I used to use sex as a way to wheel men in, because that was something I was.
Women use sex for love. Women give sex for love, and men give love for sex. It's the greatest bait and switch game ever.
Say that again.
Right? Women give sex for love, and men give love for sex. Right? So this is like a bait and switch kind of a game, right? And what happens is, this is why being the wisdom is important for the younger females, because you walked her path. We know at that age, 18, 17, 19, they idiots. You can't tell them fucking nothing. Nope. They dope. Fam, you're going to have a lot of patience. But you know, because you're a woman, right? So you know they going through it, hormones, all types of shit happening, right?
Adolescence.
Yeah. So now they want to be grown, but they not really grown. Then they have questions that their ego won't allow them to ask the people that they're supposed to ask. So they turn to their phone, they turn to social media, they turn to their peer group, but their peer group are babies. You got the blind leading the fucking blind.
Yeah.
You asking life decisions to your friend, but she's a baby too. You're both dumb. And then there's no outlet for you. This is why these interviews, these conversations that we having is so important, because a young girl gonna watch this and say, you know what, damn, I need to be on my OBGYN. I need to be asking questions on how to pull the coochie to the side and get that little crease, and how to properly wash myself.
Yeah, because that's
right.
Very big.
How to what underwears should I wear? How should I sleep? Right. You know, maybe I shouldn't just be trying to wax, because the pubic hair actually helps you fight these type of things. You want to keep trying to get a Brazilian fucking wax all the time. That ain't friendly. That ain't friendly.
I don't know. I don't have no problem.
But what I'm saying is you're older.
Yeah. So
not saying that you a grandma, but I'm saying you older. So what you do with your coochie, at your age, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, and I'm not fucking like everybody either. So
right?
It's like
So
different.
So it's like, and then it's like your diet is different too. So it's like all these things, right? So I think
diet is really important too. By the way, it's very important, and it's not just eat pineapples because that's no. You're gonna have to eat months worth of pineapples for you to even have like a sweet taste. But the foods that we do eat, it does produce different odors. It's because even your underarms,
your sweat and everything,
everything, it would just stink. Like I know who eats fried chicken every day and pizza, as opposed to someone who eats salads and rice and
even it's just
fruits
that,
and stuff.
right?
You know?
So it's like, so now the average young girl, what's they diet like?
Right. McDonald's, Wendy's,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Chipotle.
You feel me? I think that's important too, right? Like just telling them what you should be eating, what's your diet like. Shouldn't be eating all these fried foods. Yeah. So make a long story short, I'm very adamant about building community. That's just the gist of it, right? Like, and I'm not afraid to say, like, I'm tired of seeing these young girls look like fucking prostitutes. I'm
glad that you're saying it.
I'm
like,
like,
I am too.
I'm over
I just wrote that
like,
on my Instagram story.
It's like, it's disgusting. I feel like we don't be saying nothing. Like, you see these, now you got this tennis skirt culture to where it's like, this corny. Now they use the music. They're going to use the Ice Spice. They're going to use the Sexy Red. Right? You look like a fucking prostitute. You're okay.
Deannie Dior just do a video shoot yesterday for Favorite Lady. And she had the same thing.
Yeah, it's like, but it's a messaging point. See, white people play with us. White people play with us all the time. You ain't seen no little Jewish girls running around looking like that. No. It's only us, minorities, Latinos, black girls, Spanish girls. It's whore culture. You know what I mean? Like you comfortable. So
that's
now,
exactly
so
what
now,
we're on
so
right
now,
now.
so now,
whore culture.
So now you put yourself. Now you wonder why this fucking pedophile is trying to grab your ass. You just walk by this man with a tennis skirt. Like, let's keep it real. You walk by a man with a tennis skirt on with panties on. I could see your whole fucking pussy, and then you like, yo, don't say nothing to me. Then when you add drugs, now you throwing meat at a fucking lion in a cage.
In a cage.
That
means he's gonna get you.
Where they do to that, and then this mentality, right? Sorry, I don't want to harp on it, but I want to really like get this out. Like, that culture only creates women that are not married, single mothers, celibate, disease-ridden, or lesbians. That's exactly the design. That's why they do that. So we don't reproduce. So we don't have families. Then we don't have strong families. So they teaching these is worse now. And the reason why we gotta address the female, because the focus is on the female because she bears a child. Your birth canal is what they want to contaminate.
Right. And they do that.
That's a portal. Your birth canal, as a woman, that's a portal.
It is.
You don't understand how much, yo, bro, you bring there's some shit that you got that you don't realize, you don't value. And I ain't talking about your pussy. It's about your birth canal.
Right, your womb.
Right? That is what the white man wants to destroy in us. And they wanna constantly mass market. Like, even you ain't peep when she came in the room.
Oh, shaking the leg.
Jitters. Right? Because it's this shit is high anxiety. It's 5G. Everything you scrolling is. So when you sit too long, you gotta medicate. You gotta smoke weed. You gotta drink. You gotta get up. You gotta go, but you ain't going nowhere. And if we not aware of that, and I was the same way when I was young. Till I went to prison. I'm in downstate. I'm sitting there. I'm going crazy. I'm jumping. I'm going, yo. We going crazy because we never been that still for that long. And then after a year or two, now you gotta adapt. Now you start thinking. That's why when dudes go to jail, they more focused because you forced to fucking sit still. Then you start reflecting. And if we don't give these kids a place to go where they could learn how to get rid of that jitter and then realize who they are and what they're supposed to be doing, then we fucked.
Yeah. And also, a lot of social stuff on social media is not all real either.
Oh, hell fucking no.
Media is an illusion. It comes from that Greek goddess. I forgot her name. Something with an M, but it means illusion.
Right, for sure.
Everything you see is an illusion. Like, the industry is an illusion. Like, they have people that create these certain things and they want things done a certain type of way. Like the whole Diddy situation.
Right.
It's just crazy. And, I have a sister who is like an executive producer for Rebel Music. And she's been in the industry for years. And one thing that she never loses focus on is not being contaminated by the industry that people don't talk about. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of illusion and agendas that they program into these commercials and all these advertisements that brainwash us subliminally without us really understanding what we're really watching. We think that we're looking at a piece of pizza or doing something, but it's really another type of message. And social media definitely does that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree 1,000,000%. And see, I think that's why the parenting approach is so important, right? Because I know you're doing it my way or the highway, right? And I think it's like I feel like what you're doing is so powerful because you can build from where you at right now. You can build your own radio station, empower your family, empower everybody, and start growing it and start having those real conversations because you're only 18 once. You're only 15 once. You're only 19 once. You're only 20 fucking once. And then when it goes, I promise you, you sitting back, you in there ready to do voodoo rituals in your fucking bathroom. You ready to find some type of a Rick and Morty situation where you can go into, you know what I mean? Like you trying to time travel out this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
So that's important, man. And I think just having the courage to do that. And again, I just love I love our conversations. I love talking to you because you're a real motherfucker and you solid, right? And you know you have the courage, and we have to make sure your voice gets celebrated, and we have to turn the volume up louder on your voice, and don't get caught up into the trying to go viral, right, or whatever, right? Like I'm not I'm not saying my message to be loved or liked.
Right.
My message is to make sure you love and like yourself,
That's a message.
right?
Exactly.
So if I tell her, I'm like, yo, look, you gotta be. I see it. I see she young. I go, okay, nah. I'm gonna tell you. I'm okay. This is my. If this is my daughter. This is my niece. If this is my little sister. What am I gonna tell her? What do I want her to leave here with? Slow down. Just slow down a little bit. Slow. I get that you think you know. No, slow down a little bit. Go somewhere by yourself in the park and just look in the sky. Have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Slow down. And then start really appreciating who you are. You don't even know who you are yet though.
No.
See, that's the thing. That's the scary part where you have all these little young girls and boys too. They don't know who they are. So they think they know. They don't even know. And the people that could really show them are not even in a position or even respected or viewed in a prestigious way to where they can even get the ear. I got the ear. So now I gotta say the right things. I ain't gonna just be saying no goofy shit. You know what I mean? So we gotta be mindful. Yeah, I get that this is the culture, but how you dress creates a nonverbal communication with the universe, and you bring things into your life. You bring men into your life.
That's
You bring
full
situations.
energy.
If you 18, you 19, you fucking do 28, sometimes 30, maybe even 40. They coming for you. You know what I mean? And then they want to overly sexualize you. And then by the time you 18, you had all these experiences prematurely. Now you 28. Nobody wants you. You burnt out. You don't even love yourself. That's why slowing it down is important. That's why because the dress opened the doors for lust. So now you take this same scenario. I'm not here. You not here. She out and about. A dude that's older, fly, that she's attracted to. Fucking, she 18. Motherfucker could be 20 years her senior. What's 20? What's 20 plus 18?
38.
Yeah. Yeah. And you tell me I'm lying. A motherfucker be 20 years her senior. He gonna kill. He gonna bag it, get your number. He gonna kill. But you don't know. You don't realize what he doing, shorty. He's a vampire. He's feeding off your energy. He's feeding off your life force. Whether he know it or not. Sometimes they know. And he's feeding off your life force. He's doing sexual acts to you that he can't get away with somebody his age because you green. And you go for it because he ate your little pussy. He licked your ass. He paid your cell phone bill.
I was about to say that money too. Because girls get caught up in like, oh shit.
That's
you saw his car, you saw his chain.
Because they don't love themselves. A motherfucker that come with 10 cars gonna leave with 10 cars. Motherfucker that got 10 chains, he only gonna be that 10 chain guy when he get what he want. Once he get what he want, he gone. And once you know the value of yourself, you're not gonna give him what he thinks he wants. And there's no value in your pussy. It's value in your energy. It's value in your life force. Sex opens the door. So if that man got doubt, if that man got fear, if that man got anger issues, once you fuck him, you got that spirit on you.
Yep.
It's a vibrational STD. It's an energy. It ain't just dirty dick. There's a lot of dirty dick, and these dudes is weirdos, right? But if the 30 women that he slept with, now that energy is coming to you.
It's all transactional.
So now that's why at 18 you ain't really supposed to be having sex like that. But you ain't taught that. That's why sex education is so important. But you're not taught that. You fucking and you think you grown. But then when you turn 28, you turn 38, now you regret the shit that you did at 18. But nobody told you.
Right.
Nobody told you though. You know what I mean? Shame on us. We got to tell you. Even if you feel you don't want to listen because you still going to hear it. Well, you might not like what I said, but I'm going to say it. At 18, you shouldn't have that suit on. You shouldn't be dressing like that. Because a guy that doesn't have control, that you like, that you ain't supposed to like, that like you, gonna fuck you and give you some shit that you ain't supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Even though you think you want it. And by the time you realize that ain't what you want, it's too fucking late. Gotcha. Right? So right. So how do you teach these young girls, how do you teach these young boys how to protect themselves? You gotta know what you protecting first. Right? Because when you value, if I know, like I know now, when I was young, fucking raw was the vibe. You know, you got kids. we ain't put no fucking condom on. Huh, G?
No, we didn't.
Huh, Chizzy? Freak motherfucker?
We did
Yo,
not.
Chizzy. Know what I'm saying? Yo, Chizzy. We ain't wearing no condom, boy. Right. That was the vibe. We ain't know.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. Let's keep it real.
And the pH balance wasn't that off back then either.
No, even if it was, we ain't care.
Listen.
We ain't keep it 100.
That's nasty.
We ain't care. Listen, man. I'm gonna keep it real. We ain't give a fuck, but nobody told us, right? So now you go, oh shit. When you get older, you know this girl. She bad. She beautiful. First thing she want to do, she want to suck your dick. She want to give you head. Why? The charm and disarm you. Now your dick mad hard. You ain't got no condoms. No, just rub it in the tip. I ain't rubbing in shit. What? I ain't rubbing it. No.
But there's a lot of guys that would.
That's what I'm saying, right? So when you get older, you get experience. You know the detriment. You know how dangerous that is. You ain't about to give me no nothing. I'm cool. I like how my penis looks. Right? So, you know, or you don't. I don't want to get you pregnant. I don't want. I'm not ready for no lifetime commitment with your ass. Right? So,
especially if you don't know the person.
Right. So now, but for girls, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? It's you know, for girls it's a little different, right? But as you get older, you start regretting the men that you slept with.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, and this is what I'm saying. But the things that you wanted or you were willing to do at that time, you're not willing to do now.
Hell to the no. Let me tell you something. There's some people that I don't even remember. Like I slept with that I don't even remember their name.
Yeah, shit.
Like, if I would probably see them, like I wouldn't even know.
But you know the cold shit about it is that energy that they gave you, if you didn't remove it, it's still with you.
Oh yeah, no, that shit was years ago.
No, listen, I'm saying. No, listen. That energy that they gave you, if you didn't remove it,
nah, it's removed.
Listen, no, that's what I'm saying though.
I know.
It's still with you. Listen,
I hear
the
you.
only way to begin the process to remove it is to be celibate.
I was celibate for a long time.
Listen what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The only way, because somebody gonna watch this, they need to hear this, right? You. It's like you detox your body.
You're fasting.
Right. It's like right now, if you went on a 4-day juice fast, your shit would scare you.
Yeah.
Right. By the 3rd day, you'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" Because your body it has to. So, but you eating. So you eating, you're not giving your body that time to detoxify itself, right? So this is why abstinence is so important. This is why masturbation and avoiding masturbation is so important. I'm talking about for women too. And a lot of women don't understand the importance of restraining, right? Because men, they promote now semen retention. She get the roll, she going crazy. You rolling out. Now these young girls, they doing that now too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right?
I don't like that
so
stuff.
listen what I'm saying though. So now the young girls, they it's like they overindulging in it. Right? And you so fucking sexualized, it's not even funny to where you make that shit the norm. You make wearing this workout suit with no panties on the fucking norm. You 18 years old. Why are you dressing like this? Who's buying the fucking clothes? You don't pay rent. You 17. Why are you dressing like this? Why is the mother not saying nothing? For God's sakes, where's the fucking dad? Kidnap your daughter and take her away and put her somewhere and be there to make sure that she changes the fucking behavior. Why are these girls 18, 19? Yo, no. Because you don't see no other culture. You ain't seen a bunch of Chinese girls looking like that. You ain't seen a bunch of Indian. We the only culture that promotes whole shit and homosexuality. I don't want to see no kid 18 looking. Yo, I don't want to see a kid 15 years old wearing a skirt. The fuck are you talking about?
Or younger than that. And I'm sorry, because it's like...
It's disgusting, right? And at the end of the day, because we're not in control. We're not in control. This is why it's so important for us to own our own shit. You gotta keep grinding with your radio station. Then get a fucking radio tower and keep grinding and don't settle for that. Then get a fucking satellite and start really, really adding value, right? You got her around, you bring, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be no hoe. You ain't gonna, I don't give what you talking about. You ain't gonna be no hoe. I'm gonna give you the tools to build yourself to be a woman. You ain't gonna be no whore. We ain't making this shit cool no more. Let Chung Lee be the hoe. Yeah, let them people that don't look like us. Yeah, it's y'all. We need y'all being us. That's not who you are, right? Black woman is a goddess. Black man is a god. So now if you teach this, you gotta be mindful of how they dress, because that's energy. We don't want nothing to happen to her. We want to. You see all these girls disappearing and shit like that. You had a fucking tennis skirt on, walking past a serial rapist.
Yep. Yeah.
Right? Like you had a tennis skirt on with no panties on, walking past a serial rapist high on drugs. And nobody taught you, like, slow the fuck down, shorty. Slow down. Sometimes you gotta tell her, you know what she lives. Yo, slow down, bro. Today we going over. Look, today we going over here.
Even though I do want to make it clear, a lot, there's times that the way you dress does not have anything to do with, the raping. I seen.
Yes, it does.
Well, hold on, because I seen this girl.
No, rapists. No, I get it. Rapists, no, they're peddlers. No,
but dressing provocative.
It just makes it more.
Yes, you're targeted. You're making yourself a target.
Listen, you take a lion, right? A lion's in a cage. He's in a zoo. The lion is domesticated. Take a piece of raw meat and pour blood on it and hold him.
Yeah, no, they're gonna eat.
It's gonna come out.
You know, like I remember Amber Rose and China,
look,
did that slut
right.
thing.
Let me just say this, right? Let me just say this
because
we men. So men have to have a certain level of self-control just because we're men, right? We're men. So for the ones that are fucking rapists and weirdos, they have something is off with them. They lost self-control. But every man has that same beast inside. A real man controls it, right? So with the younger girls, if they don't understand how a man works and thinks, then their relationships with a man is going to be inadequate or inappropriate. If they don't know timetable for relationships, if they don't know timetable for interactions with their male counterparts and how this, then they're never going to have the right relationships. At 18 years old, you shouldn't be thinking about sex, twerking, bodysuit, faja, the little waist beads. There's too much focus on the external and not enough focus on the internal. It's too much focus on what weave you wearing and what lashes you putting on, but not about how do you feel about yourself. How do you really feel? Do you love yourself? How do you really feel? And once you pull back them layers, you realize these babies have low self-esteem, have depression, have anxiety, have they have issues with their body, all these things. And we never get to actually giving them a chance to be kids because we're not empowered. This is why it's so important. It's so important for us to own media, to own and have conversations that matter. Not conversations that's not that just for the moment. I don't care who Diddy is fucking. Right? I don't care about that. I care about getting these kids in the mindset to where they can build a better like, existence for themselves, but for us too, because we're gonna be old at one point. You know what I mean? It's gonna be quiet for us, right? If we don't invest in them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's why I like the fact that you're doing the thing with the community center.
Yeah,
and stuff.
For sure.
We need that. Like, there's no more Boys and Girls Club. Like, I
oh my
remember
God,
going to that when I was a kid.
It's gone.
Yeah, like, so what are our kids really doing? I know they're on the media.
They on the phone. Listen, they're on the phone. Listen, they're on the phone. Look, you see, they're on the phone. My brother, they're on the phone. Like, they on the phone. But they're being brainwashed to be on the phone. Because if she's on the phone, she's not building business. If he's on 2K, you're not building community. If you on Fortnite and you're not, you're there. Gotcha, you're dead. You're off the game. We took your piece off the chessboard. But now if you say, well, at 18 years old, you're gonna, if we get you working hard at 18 right now, really focus, at 28, she's retired. At 28, at 28, she's retired. Oh no, it starts with these conversations. It starts with it right now. That's why I said no, come in the room. Because the thing about wisdom is like a jacket that God made you wear. It's like cologne that it happens. So she's gonna think about it later. That's planting the seed. You got water. You're gonna water the seed that we planting today. You see?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for those that are tuning in, are also gonna have that seed. He's so knowledgeable. I love him. What was you saying again? What you think?
Oh, how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So we got to learn how to think things about ourselves that we want to think about ourselves. Right? Like, we got to learn to think things about ourselves that we want. Affirmations, right? I am beautiful. I am blessed. I am the best definition of intelligence. I am prosperous. I am the best definition of resilience. I'm the best definition of beauty. I'm the best definition of health, durability, relentlessness. I am successful. I am loved. I am protected. These are the things, right? Absolutely. And when you start really saying that to yourself and having that self-talk, your behavior is going to change. Absolutely. I promise you. So this is the thing. This is why I be so on it with the young people, because it's like, if you keep telling, if she got in the mirror every single day and you said, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, you're going to spend 5 minutes in the mirror saying every day, I am a goddess. I am powerful. I am love. I am wisdom. I am balance. I am peace. I am submissive. And what was it? Right? You start, and you start getting on that free, it changes. The behavior changes. Now, when someone who comes in that is not in alignment with what she says to herself, they leave. It's like, oh my God, right? Like, the behavior changes. How she dresses is going to change. The food she eats is going to change. The things she watches and the people she listens to is going to change. Girl, I ain't here for that. I'm 18. By the time I'm about to be a millionaire, I don't got time to be playing with you bitches. Yeah. Right? It's going to be different. But it starts with the mind and giving them that information. That's the first step, because they got to get the information first. You don't look at the baby and say, oh, man, you can't run. Give it back. Right? Like, imagine, oh, how old is he? 2 months? Listen, it's all a learning process. Can't run? Right? No, you give them that space to grow. And to learn. Right. But you let them know what they're growing into, where they're going. You give them that time to get to the destination, but your destination is goddess, not whore, right? Your destination is businesswoman, not sexy red. Your destination is generational wealth, not kitty cat coochie coochie. Right. You know what I mean? And and it's just so beautiful because we got the internet. In the same way these goofies fucking took over the cameras is the same way we got to take over the cameras and spit that real shit that you have inside you. Right, you got it too. You know what I mean? Like that's why I fuck with you, because even you said it about the media being a goddess. Like you got knowledge yourself, right? So now you gotta resharpen those tools. Resharpen those tools, and say the politically incorrect thing to say to her, to your son, to certain guests. You will see it, you will feel it, and then watch how shit start changing. But watch how you start to see the line in the sand, because you can't serve two masters. Right. You're gonna see the line in the sand. You going with God? Or you going with You going with God, or you going with You going with the light, or you going with the
I always go to the light.
Right? So this is, and again, this is a decision that I had to make for myself, my brand, my music, motivational speaking, there's all these things, because boxing, right? God is moving me though. God is moving me. I'm starting to understand it's not about what I want. It's about my purpose and the design that God got for me. And a lot of times the thing that I want was battling in my purpose. Right? And the people that is ill, because it's like the more and more I start to like really, really understand God, it hit different. It's just like, yo, it makes me feel so small, like almost want to cry, but I try to hold it back. Like, yo, this is real. You can't play. Like, you can't play. That's why you don't understand. Like, you 18 years old. Oh, my fucking God. Like, what is you fucking doing? You know what I mean? Like, you, if you can't, like, we don't be, these old people be fucking pieces of shit. Because if you know, you been through it, yo, nah, you gonna say something. You see the little kid, yo, bro, come on. Nah, man, that ain't it, man.
I'm always trying to, like, help somebody.
But you could do it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, your voice is strong, just as strong as mine. Your voice is strong. Your presence is strong. It's real. So you gotta, you make it happen. Make it happen. Keep, real raw. Keep it raw.
All the way.
Keep it sugar fucking free.
Yeah. I like that. So, real quick before we wrap it up, the No Labels Tour 2024 kicks off August.
Yeah, that's gonna be heavy.
In the A.
Yeah, the A is over. Your A is already sold out. Listen,
really?
I'm gonna keep it real. We wasn't supposed to. We didn't update the website, right? We supposed to update the website. So I did the tour, successful. We didn't update the website. So the last date was Atlanta. So everybody thought that was the updated joint.
Oh.
And now I gotta do Atlanta now.
I got what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
So when you gonna come to New York?
We're gonna, don't get me the line. Next month we're gonna have the dates for because we doing Atlanta, Boston, LA, Texas, Chicago. Look at me giving you exclusives. I ain't even named it. We got it.
I want to know when you go to LA because I'm gonna tell my sister to pull
Oh yeah,
up.
LA gonna be.
My sister live in LA.
LA gonna be strong. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. I'm excited about it. And I'm getting more at peace. I'm getting more, because for a long part of my life, I was trying to chase something that wasn't for me. And I was like not listening to God. God's like, yo, dude, you gonna do this. I'm like, man, all right, nigga, fuck you talking. I'm doing this, man. Yeah, all right, we gonna see. You know what I mean? I'm going to FDR. Fuck, suck my dick. God like, yeah, I see you West Side Highway, man. You know what I mean? You sit on FDR for 20 years, like. So he's like, man, you get off, you're going to West Side Highway, that shit moving. You like, damn, that's how God, yeah.
But that's good. And just make sure you keep us updated and informed about this fundraiser because I'm
for sure.
Definitely looking forward
and again,
to that.
And the purpose of it is for us is, speed is everything. Because everybody talking about, yo, we don't know if it's a scam. We don't, no. This is a 2 week. Everything we doing is within 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because it don't take that long. Everybody, that be the scam. Oh, yeah, we trying to get this building, build this school, and the school never come. It don't take that long. So that's why I'm being transparent with the whole process. We're going to pick places in the hood. Say, look, this space is available. I'm going to go on Instagram Live. This is how much they want. Anybody want to donate? Yo, let's go. Like a fucking live auction type shit.
Let's do it.
And let's start.
Let's do it because the kids need us. Like I'm such a big advocate for kids. Like
it's important.
It's not even funny.
Yeah, for sure. And then we create financial opportunities for ourselves presiding over these institutions that we raise money for. Right. So it's a win-win situation. If I'm raising money, how the fuck I don't have no money? I just raise money. So now I can take my salary out of the money I raise, build this institution, hire myself. I give a fuck about the hood. We don't got somebody in here that don't care about us. And then now I'm making money but also saving lives. Right. Because it's lucrative to do the right thing. People think it's more lucrative to do the wrong thing. There's no really wrong way to do right. Right. And there's no right way to do wrong. There's no wrong way to do right, and there's no right way to do wrong. So when you understand that is what young people, this is what you need to drill on. Affirmations is one thing you drill on. There is no wrong way to do right, and there's no right way to do wrong. And then when you teach them what the fuck wrong is, then it's like, girl, there's no right way to do that. It ain't gonna happen. Okay? This is not gonna happen. Get on this team right here, and this is a winning team, baby girl.
That's right. Yeah. The winning team.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it.
Shout out to my what's the guy name in the back? Pause.
Oh, Rich?
Yo, Rich, shout out to my boy Rich, man. Second time. I mean, I was here before, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rich. Yo, we need to collab. Yo, G, get his math, man. We need to, we need to collaborate on something, man. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter where you at or where you from. Cause real